Come on, you guys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Real quick, my friends, but if you think we're about to get Europa League football, hit that like button. Let's go over 3k likes. And of course, don't forget to use my affiliate links below to buy the latest blank out and blackout shirts. Use discount code NINI10 to get 10% off your final order. Oh, boys, honestly, yeah, the nerves I was feeling in the final few moments of extra time, my good grief, mate. Good bloody grief. That's what I can bloody say, to be honest with you. When Welbeck made it 2-1, I was thinking there can't be any way Brighton are going to sneak in out of nowhere and get a draw, right? Nah, our season's not like that anymore. This could have been the story of our season, the start of the season, but right now, it's not in the scripts, because when you're also learning that Man United have beaten Newcastle 3-2, we now have an incredible opportunity now to get Europa League football. Now, it's not absolutely guaranteed because we're still relying upon Man City beating Man United in the FA Cup final. It has to happen, City. You have to do it for us. But even then, I could imagine Spurs losing to Brentford, I think, in the final game of their season, and us even sneaking into getting maybe a 5th place position. So there's still a lot to play for. But when you see a performance like this, irrespective of the referee trying to do his best to jeopardize our deserved result tonight, it makes you think, wow, maybe there might be some hope for the future, because maybe there is something that Pochettino has been building upon that can be taken into next season and can be expanded on and can be improved upon. Because if there was one player on the field that maybe realized the possibilities that we've been missing out on, it has to be Christopher Nkunku. Because wow, I need to start off by just like praising this guy to the fullest. He replaced Mudryk at a time in the game where it was pretty unexpected, but instantly there's one thing that players like Nkunku have. They play the game at their own pace. And yeah, when he was shielding the ball, his decision making in tight moments, the skills, the flicks, how he just effortlessly just like glides across the field, his link up plays, his combination plays, and the goal he took as well. You know, it was such a composed finish, and it was something that was needed because we were constantly breaking through and playing through Brighton's defensive line, creating so many attacks, but we didn't have that X factor. We didn't have that precision, that final ball quality. But Nkunku in that moment, after a spectacular team move, I have to say, where it started with Nkunku on the left-hand side, we then moved the ball back to our defence to just, draw Brighton onto us, before then finding Madueke and Gusto. Great combination play between them. Gusto carrying it. He's looking to find the right pass inside the box. He picks up another assist this season, and he finds Nkunku unmarked, and it was a beautiful deft finish away from the goalkeeper. And that move, that finish, it sums up every single thing we've been missing out on throughout the season. And if Nkunku, if we could have relied upon him throughout the season, alongside your Cole Palmers, imagine how many goals and assists Nkunku has. And I'm telling you guys right now, if Nkunku was fit this season, I think we definitely guarantee and bag a Champions League spot. I think it really is that simple, because the way our game just kind of elevates when Nkunku was on the field, yeah, he'll be a massive bonus for us for next season. And it's a reminder of the quality, as I said, that we've missed out on this season. But yeah, Nkunku, the Crystal Show, it was nice to see the balloon celebration come out for once too. It's been so long. We thought this season there'd be so many just like movie moments with him just puffing up these balloons. But yeah, it came when it mattered. And now we have real hope now as we prepare for that Bournemouth game at the end of this week. But my friends, I have to say throughout though, our performance was good. There was moments that weren't working in our way, and most of them came from VAR decisions. Now, of course, I can't go on without discussing the Reece James red card. Yes, it was silly. I can see why he reacted that way, because it was a little bit of a cheeky little like snip from, I think, Belieber. But Reece, with your experience, you can't be moving or acting like that. It means that now that he got a straight red card, he misses the next game against Bournemouth, and he misses the next 2 games at the start of the season. So it's not looking good, to be honest with you, and it's quite poor from him. But then equally, with how often he breaks down, we have Malo Gusto. We can survive without him. And at least then it's like, okay, you know what? Reece will come back even fitter and even stronger. And let's hope he has a great Euros. But obviously a bit of a poor move. But outside of that, I just thought VAR at times, I think if there was one decision I wasn't happy with, it was Lamptey getting away with that off-the-ball challenge on Mudryk, where Mudryk had a bit of a concussion. He had to get subbed off. It was clearly serious. I don't see how the referee, after reviewing things again on VAR, decided that there was nothing in that, which baffles me, because you could tell that Lamptey was guilty. You could see he was feigning it on his face. He was trying to not react, which was giving everything away, right? And I thought it was a real poor decision, and Brighton should have been down to 10 men, in the first half, in my opinion. Yes, there were some other decisions too. Nicholas Jackson, I thought it was bare minimal contact pushing Lamptey, but I guess by the letter of the law, it stands. And to be fair, I guess I can admit that maybe that Cucurella pen decision actually wasn't a penalty. So, you know what? Maybe in the balance of things, everything was fair and it played out. And it doesn't matter because we got the result that we came here to get. And you know what? Thank God we were playing Brighton, because again, now we've completed the quadruple against them. And I feel like with Brighton, with how they set up, they allow you to have moments in the transition. They give you space. They have a very slow defense, a defense that doesn't really suit the way they're trying to play, in my opinion. And all we have to do is literally just keep our shape, wait for Brighton to turn over the ball in our half, and then pick them off on the counter-attack. And we did that time and time again in the most comical ways at times, because we were constantly and regularly killing our own attacks we were making. I think Nicholas Jackson was a victim of this, because there was one moment in this game where, he was on the right-hand side of the pitch. I'm thinking to myself, it's like 2v1 against him. He's about to lose the ball, but somehow he's able to just play out from under pressure with a little right-footed flick to find Noni Madueke, and then he instantly bursts into the space to get on the end of a very creative Madueke tonight. And then in that moment where we don't know if he's onside or offside, it doesn't really matter, because there was such an incredible advantage our way, where all he had to simply do was instantly square that ball to Nkunku on the far side. Instead, he takes an extra touch, because I know what he's thinking. Is there a way for me to maybe take a shot on? Oh, crap, I can't. Let me pass it. But now the move's gone. And it does reflect the rawness that's still in his game, because he can equally produce great moments. But then as he develops, as he gets better, he will fine-tune his decision-making. But I still think this guy is a fantastic talent. And there's a lot of promise behind him. Because, again, he causes so much threat. I think that's what I like about Nico. He's regularly creating threat against the opposition. He was regularly making them runs in behind Brighton's defence, regularly stretching them, regularly being the platform for counter-attacks. And there's a football player here that we can develop and fine-tune and hone his game over the next few seasons. And I'm really excited to see what could an endgame Nicholas Jackson look like. But outside of that, though, I think another player that really stepped up today, my main few players actually, I'd say Caicedo, I'd say Trevor Chalobah, I'd say Cucurella at times too, and obviously Cole Palmer. I mean, the goal he scored, that now makes it 22 goals this season. I think that's now a combined, goals and assists, 41. 41 goals and assists. And the goal he scored just typifies his complete attacking profile. Because as I keep saying, let Cole Palmer play more century. Let him play closer to goal. This is someone that doesn't just create. He can score goals. He knows how to time his runs inside the box. He knows how to, attack unmarked spaces inside the box. And that header that he scored, all he had to do was go for precision in that moment. Superb ball from Cucurella. Amazing cutback cross to find Palmer. The cross was that good that Palmer just had to instantly just put precision on that and flick it away the goalkeeper. And now he scored his right foot, his left foot, pens, outside the box, inside the box, tap-ins, solo efforts. The amount of incredible goals and variety of goals that we've seen from Cole Palmer this season, I think this is why everyone's now waking up to realise, wow, there's a superb talent here. And you know what? Sometimes I have these thoughts, but I wish we had a Nagelsmann as the England manager, because look how he uses Musiala and Wirtz together in the national team. Imagine if you could use Foden and Palmer in those central areas like that. These are real game-changing players that can really just change how England play. But Listen, I'm not here to talk about the England national team. I'm here to talk about us and our great performance. And obviously, going on, Caicedo, yeah, this guy's just getting better and better and better. I know De Zerbi is fuming that he doesn't have a player of his talent in his midfield. I mean, Caicedo was regularly just kickstarting these counter-attacks for fun. Regularly doing that. I mean, his range of passing, he doesn't get enough credit for his passing. Short distances, medium, balls over the top. All these line-breaking passes, these reverse balls that are taking out players in midfield lines. So creative. It's no surprise that Caicedo was involved in many pre-assist moments for us. And from his tackling to the ground he covered to his on-ball quality. I mean, this guy is really stepping up and I'm really happy to see that. And obviously, I think for the lower key performer, Chalobah, absolute colossal in defence. I thought his battle with João Pedro was really entertaining. That tackle he made on Adingra, that's one of the tackles of the season. The way he was doubling up with gusto, his communication. Is it any surprise that once he's been introduced into our first team, we've looked a better, stronger defence and a stronger team? And as a lot of us had said, why did we sign a Disasi when you already possess a Chalobah who is a better player? I think it really is that simple, and it has been proven again tonight. But yeah, this was a great performance, and it was a really entertaining game, I have to say. Both teams, listen, we're like the A team, and Brighton are like the B team of us. That's why they're our feeder club. And you know what? One of their players tonight, Barco at left back, we've all heard things about what he was doing at Boca Juniors. I thought on the ball, his bravery, his quality, this is the type of player that I'll be coming back to Brighton in a season or two's time and picking him up. And all the Brighton fans booing at Cucrella and Caicedo religiously, I mean, come on, know your place in the food chain, yeah? These guys gave you amazing seasons, even put you on the map. And it just goes to show how entitled football fans are. Don't really make sense, right? But get used to it because we'll be coming back to pick your best players. And I think Barco's the guy I want to see at left back in our long-term future. But speaking of long-term future, it seems like Pochettino may still yet have one at this football club because everything is now just making a lot of sense now with how we're playing, how we're performing. Players coming back at the right time. If we can get the result now against Bournemouth, if we get Europa League football, I'm starting to feel like, Poch, you get another season where we can really evaluate what you're about. Hopefully he gets at least one player that he wants, or maybe players that complement his ideas. If he gets a fully fit team next season, I feel like with how we're seeing this end of season form, we would be in a top 4 position if it was not for the terrible start to this season. That's a difference maker. And if we have a consistent start next season and an even more consistent start in the second half of next season, then I think things have really happened here. And I think Pochettino is starting to show the signs that, listen, he may be the right manager for us for the current stage and development of this team, yes. So, my friends, I think that's pretty much everything that I have to say. Good quality football from teams that want to play on the floor, big moments, drama, great goals, great performances. What more can you ask for on a Wednesday night? So my friends, hit that like button if you think we're about to get Europa League football. And on that note, I'm EDFC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cool.